Hello everybody and welcome back to the HTAB YouTube channel. And today we're here not with big buses, but with buses about the same size as my finger. So that's pretty small in comparison to the real thing. Yes, these are 1/70 scale buses, the same size as my double low gauge railway in the other room. And on that note, we looked at the Class 67 last time, the wonderful Hobby Class 67, so I thought, well, I might as well do some model bus content too, for the fact I've got about 70 of them. So yeah, quite a bit of content to get through. So, these ones, as you can see, in front of you, we've got two different specifications of the same model. On the left, we've got this one, as I just knocked it. Had them perfectly lined too. Oops. That'll do. As you can see on the left, we've got this one in Highland Omnibuses livery. They're both AEC Reliance buses with BET bodywork. Nice little buses, really, and also they're ones that used to run up here during the, before Ratsons and before Stagecoach. Highland Omnibuses were the big operator up here, and MacBraynes were a smaller, local sort of company who ran around the Highlands, and MacBraynes is actually the same company as Calmac, Caledonian MacBraynes buses, as the ferries. So yeah, the same company there. And as I say, MacBraynes, the one on the right. So yeah, they're both AEC Reliance buses with BET bodywork, and they were quite a common bus around the Highlands. These two are actually sister vehicles, I believe. The one on the right is XGD 776, and the one on the... no, the other way around. The one on the right is XGD 775, and the one on the left is XGD 776. So yeah, interesting indeed. So, what was I going to say? We're just going to be having a little look around them and the detailed differences, and I've also got a book to show you with some photos of the real things. So, we'll start with the MacBraynes one, and then we'll do that one, and we'll just compare the details. So, up close and personal, you really get to see the intricate detailing throughout the bus. As you can see, there's a lovely red colour on the bottom, and it goes into a cream band and then green on top. It's like a lime green. You don't really see that in buses very often, but yeah, it really works, as you can see. And there's no bleeding in the paint either, it's all just a consistent line throughout. We've got the MacBraynes logo on the side. What even is that? I can't work it out. It looks like a bird. I thought it was a piper. I have no idea. Let me know in the comments. I might do some research, and if I find out, I'll add it into the description. We've got a little lion thing at the back. On this one at the front, you can see it's got a silver picked out rim that goes round with the silver bit in the middle, same as on the back, except there's no round bit. Whereas on the other one, you'll see in a minute, there's none of the intricate detailing like that. We've got a MacBraynes sort of thing on the front. What's it say? David MacBrayne Limited. I can't actually read that. Glasgow, I think it says something. The address on it. I actually can't read that. It's that small, I can't read it. And the step here at the front, as you can see, is also picked out in silver. Got a nice black line going up the door. That's nice and intricate too, with the little door opening button and indicator there as well. So yeah, let's take a look at the front. And the detail continues up here too, with the little badge picked out in silver, and there's actually a fine print in the middle of that of the logo, and there's the registration plate, XGD 775, I believe that's what it is. We've got the grille, we've got the lights all picked out, and obviously the destination that says Inverness with the black and white, and MacBraynes with the green with the white in there. Got some windscreen wipers, I believe they're just moulded onto the model, but yeah, nice addition nevertheless. And at the back of the model, as you can see, there's some little text here that says MacBraynes for the Highland, and there's a little door to the engine. That's quite nice, isn't it? You can see the hinge there and the two things that open like that. This is fleet number 41 in the MacBraynes fleet, and the seating capacity, as you can see right here, is 45. Quite good for a small little bus like this. We've got the little tail lights picked out in red and the indicators in orange, as you can see. And you can see the panels just going around there with that green and red there. I noticed there's no cream line on the back. I've only just realised that. I've not actually looked at the back of this one, but yeah, the cream line doesn't continue all the way back here, but yeah, still looks pretty decent nevertheless. The chassis just consists of mainly just moulded detail, as you can see, just things like the drive shaft going to the engine and the fuel tank, I believe that is. Is that the fuel tank? May not be. Where's the fuel filler cap? It's at the front. I doubt the fuel tank's there. That is not the fuel tank. It'll be about here inside the model, but as you can see, plenty of detail, and there's also these guardrails on the side, and that's also located on the Highland one, which we will take a look at now. So yes, here we are with the Highland Omnibuses variant of this vehicle. It's actually really nice to have two because you can really get to see the detail differences between both liveries. And as it's represented very well in model form, it's sort of a taste of the real thing. I don't think any of these have been preserved actually, it'd be nice if it was, but we can't preserve everything. So yeah, taking a look at this one then, as you can see I pointed out on the last one with the wheels, this one has only got just grey, it's not got the silver thing picked out, but I've looked at photos and it's actually accurate to the real thing. Somebody's beeping a horn, please shut up. If I just spin it around a little bit, actually I can just do this like that, you get to see the intricate detailing on the side with the Highland Omnibuses sort of logo if you will, and it says Highland Omnibuses picked out in lovely gold lettering just there. We've got the the legal lettering just at the bottom, and those rails that I pointed out on the last one. Yep, you can't really see them, it just blends in with the dark, but they are there. On this one, there's no silver step, so it's not as, it's not as cared for and looked after, it's more simplistic, but it's a bus that gets you from A to B at the end of the day. A to B-E-T. I don't know what that joke was, it was terrible. Anyway, on this one, the little door, the door opening button isn't picked out, but the indicator is... No, the indicator isn't either. It's sort of a, just painted red, same as the thing. So it's not as intricately painted. I've said intricate a lot. I'll stop. Something I didn't point out was the roof. And the roof obviously is the same. There's just the, what they called the emergency exit flappy things. That's a great name for them. And there's the two dot things at the back. They're just moulded into the metal. And again, looking at the back, it's more simplistic. Again, just says Highland, there's the fleet number B45 and the registration plate. Wait, where's the registration plate on the other one? Here it is in the same place, I've just checked. Thought the other one was down here, but it wasn't because there's the doors again. And obviously there's the tail lights at the bottom. Again, the front detailing is absolutely fantastic with the fleet number picked out in gold, the little windscreen wipers picked out in silver, and other parts, like the lights again, picked out in that lovely silver colour. The indicators I've noticed aren't actually picked out in orange, which is a little bit of a shame. Well, it's not a shame, but I'm just looking at the photo now on the picture. Obviously the real ones do have orange indicators, you can't really see in the photo, but I'll show you that in a minute anyway. And again, we've got the registration plate at the bottom, which is XGD776 this time. There's a little bit of text there, I've just noticed that says pay as you enter, please. Does it say that? Yeah, it does. Please pay as you enter. Got it right, just about. And again, the destination, just core patch this time, with nothing on that side. There is a detail on this one that isn't on the other model though. It says emergency exit right there. On the other one it doesn't say anything, but the door is obviously there. I love the windows on it though. They're nicely moulded, as you can see the opening windows, and we've got the extra little window there. What's the one on the other side like actually? Yeah, it's just a full window at the back because there's not the emergency door. How many windows has it got? It's got 5 opening windows on that side, and 5 opening windows on that side, including the driver's one, which is 6. But yeah, very even, if you get what I mean. So yeah, both these AEC Reliances are charming in their own ways, with intricate detailing, I've said it again, and differences between both variants. Obviously we've got the Highland Omnibuses one, which is slightly more simplistic, and the one on the right, which in real life would be looked after better because it's a local operator, and it's a private company. Yeah, back in the day, these would have been like the workhorses of public transport, like an Enviro or something is now, or up here like a Blackstone Panther or an Elite. Boo! Well, boo to the Elite, not the Panther. Panther Life Matter, I don't know what that is. Anyway, like I say, these would have been the workhorses back in the day, and yeah, just a basic bus of its time. So now we're going to be having a look at this book that I've got. It's by John Sinclair, it's called Highland Buses, and inside you'll find a variety of photographs of different buses of the time period from back in the day. And on page 18 and 19, there's actually one of these buses in both variants. So I've got the MacBraynes one on page 18. Whereabouts is it? This is in Highland Omnibuses crossing Lockybridge, which is near Corpatch. So it's out of Fort William. And there's also a bus following it. But that's obviously the one in the MacBraynes spec, as you can see. And that is accurate to the one on the right. And also there's another photo of XGD775, but in Highland Omnibuses livery, on page 19 at the top. And that's in Oban, with the Oban distillery behind. That's very, of its period. When is that? That is 1976, that bus. And, no, that's 1972, that photo. And in 1976 it was actually sold to Sutherland, that vehicle on the right. I've been looking, there's no photos of the one on the left, but not to say it's not realistic, because it probably is. As shown in the book, they were in both of these liveries. And I'm looking at the details between the book and the model, and they've really managed to, represent the actual boss in model form very well. Intricate pickings out, if you get what I mean, have been done, like the pay-as-you-enter sign on the front of the Highland one, and the MacBraynes sort of logo thingy on the side. So yeah, very impressive with that matter. Oh yeah, and I've noticed something as well. On the MacBraynes one, they all said MacBraynes on the top, on the right. And with those epic photos looked out of history of these two vehicles, that'll be it for today. So if you've enjoyed this video, smash that like button, also consider subscribing, and comment if you want. Comment model bosses, meaning you want to see more. Well, you don't have to, but you can comment whatever you want. As long as it's not, rude or horrible, then I'll get rid of it. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!